Dracarys.
Dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
You're the Spider-Man from YouTube.
Winter is coming.
Welcome once again to another episode. This is episode 21 of the Side Effect Podcast, and it's my birthday, bitches.
Woo!
Happy birthday, old fucker.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah. I am 25 today.
Awesome.
Yeah, plus 20. But anyway, I am Tarzan from Trial by Trivia. I am joined with Val and Chris, and they're from some other channels. I don't remember the name of them. But anyway, tonight we're going to talk about Netflix. What else we got going on, guys?
The Black Panther trailer.
Black Panther.
And news.
And of course, we'll be asking, covering the questions and the comments that we got on the channel as well.
Well, as usual, we should start off with a shout out to our awesome patrons that are making this podcast possible. And if any of you listening would want to join, if you haven't joined yet, it is patreon.com/thesideeffect.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for making this possible.
Now we can go to the comment section and read some of the comments that you guys left on our last episode.
From the question of the week, and that was basically, we were talking about movies of last year, the best movies, and also the your favorite moments of the Side Effect Podcast. Okay, so we have Booney Maz, I believe, over here on YouTube saying the group is getting smaller but better quality. I think less is more. But yes, definitely got to have Kevin back whenever you can. I'm torn on my favorite podcast of the year. I hate Sansa, so the debate was awesome. However, I like both episodes of all you guys talking about Stranger Things and arguing about Steve, Nancy, Jonathan, etc. Ha ha ha.
That was a good argument.
That's right. Yeah, we've had some fun conversations. Thank you, Booney, and we'll definitely have Kevin and some other guests on as well in the future. And we have Akonda over here. You guys are awesome. I've always enjoyed the Game of Thrones banter this last season, sharing and discussing speculation, theories, and such. It's always fun to tune into. So, thanks for the podcast and all the work you guys put into it. Thank you, Akonda. Appreciate that.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. I am definitely down for Fuck Sansa Part 2, though. So, that could definitely be in the future.
Yeah, we can always have a good old fun fuck Catelyn and Sansa rant. That's always good.
Oh my God. You know, guys, I am a Catelyn apologist, and that could get ugly.
You're removed from the group. Gone. Hold on. Let me mute her.
I'm sorry.
All right, so thank you for the answers to our question of the week, and we'll have another one at the end of this podcast. But for now, let's jump into the last trailer for the Black Panther. What do we think? Going to be a badass movie or what?
I think the trailers look absolutely awesome. One thing Marvel's been doing real well, I wanted to point out, is just the soundtracks and the music they've been using for these things are fucking great. My son's listening to Zeppelin now.
Nice.
But that was from, the last trailer. Not from this one, but...
Oh, yeah. No, for Thor.
Ragnarok.
Did I just say Thor or no? What did I say?
Yeah.
The Hulk.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the Hulk was
I'm sorry, yeah.
a big focus.
I got Gladiator Hulk on the brain today.
Yeah.
Yeah. We played that music, that podcast, as a matter of fact, when we talked about the movie. But that's good. That's always good. Classic music.
Yeah, so basically, for those of you who don't know the Black Panther story, then I know a bit of it. I never followed it super deep. But he's from Wakanda. They have vibranium, correct?
Yes.
And they have some hidden technology, but they're kind of hidden as a third world country, but they're really kind of not. Their claws are actually made of vibranium too. I don't know much about this character in gold, the Black Jaguar, aka Black Panther with bling. So we also get this character Killmonger, which is played by Andy Serkis, and as well is Okoye, and she's basically like I think she's kind of like a bodyguard type, or something like that. She's kind of like a general or something of that nature to Wakanda. So
Yeah, cool to see Michonne in action. I think this trailer looks pretty badass. I'm ready to see a clear origin story. I didn't know a lot about the Black Panther, but I know I love the him already being in Captain America. So yeah, I expect them to do a good origin story here. And I was just reading this. I thought it was the 70s, but I was wrong. Wakanda first appeared in Fantastic Four number 52 in July of 1966, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby.
Shit, I wasn't even born yet.
So yeah,
Yeah, shit.
everybody remembers. Also, Andy Serkis's character made a little cameo as well in a different Captain America? Can't remember if it was Civil War or.
I know it was his second Avengers movie, wasn't it? Wasn't he right there in the beginning in that fucking? Yeah.
Maybe it was. Yeah, maybe it was Avengers.
Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch when they were at that place. Remember, it's kind of. Yeah, it was in that scene, kind of.
Yeah. See, a suit of vibranium, and a whole suit of vibranium. I'm just not going to say that line at all. I'm just going to shut the fuck up because I can't talk.
Vibranium. Okay.
Oh, I know it's made. Here, say it right. It's made of.
Yes. This.
Bumblebee tuna.
Yeah, exactly.
Bumblebee tuna.
Every time. Okay, so as I understand it, vibranium is like indestructible. Indestructible.
Pretty much. It's on par with Thor's hammer, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce.
Wait, Thor's hammer too?
Well, I mean,
it's not made of it, but it's it's kind of the same.
You know how they fought a little bit previously, and it was kind of a standoff. But Hela kind of destroyed that in the last one. So.
Oh yeah.
Mjorn?
Well, shit, like so. I mean, I don't understand why Captain America would not just have a vibranium suit instead of just a shield.
No, he's just got his shield.
I mean, did he not find Taylor or something to make it?
I know. Well, Tony Stark does take over and kind of outfit everybody, so maybe everybody's got a little vibranium weave in there. With like the Iron Spider is going to come out in the Avengers movie, I guess, and so maybe Stark has done that. I don't know.
And that whole universe is about to do a 360, okay? Because I think at one point they decided with Marvel they were going to go ahead and kind of like do this kind of newer generation characters that really aren't going over that well, okay? Like with the Squirrel Girl and all that stuff. Some of them are kind of interesting, but it's not what everybody wants yet. I don't think they're there. They still want the good guts, you know what I mean, from the past. And there's so much storyline from the past that's just really, really good. But now you can start bringing in the Fantastic Four and the X-Men because Disney's got it all now. So,
yep.
I'm excited. Let's just see what they do and let's see what Disney's version of the X-Men and shit like that are going to be. So, I'm very excited to see where that's going to go. And I would think Infinity Wars 2, we might see some X-Men, I'm guessing.
I wanted to say that I just really like the design of the suit just because it has purple in it, right? I mean, like there's some like purple stuff running through
There
it.
is?
Like, what is that?
I don't.
Is it like some sort of energy or something? Because I mean, I did see like in the trailer, like there's when he hits the car, you can see like this wave of purple energy just like emanating from.
Yeah, I mean, it could be with the way they do modern stuff. I mean, I don't think it's from the comics. It has anything like that. You talking about the part of the trailer where he does the flip and everything, and then. Sticks his claw in the tire or the wheel.
Oh well, when he hits the hood.
Yeah.
Same.
It may have some tech in it now. Who knows?
Oh yeah. I would love to. I just want to see all the purple in it. I mean, I'm easy to please. All right, there's purple. I'm watching it.
Well, I don't know about purple. I'm colorblind as a motherfucker, but yeah, maybe there's some energy running through it.
Oh man, I feel, dude, can you see the beauty of purple though? Like, can you not? Like, I want you to see
when it's clearly purple alone and not next to something very similar, like a dark purple and a black, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's exactly what's happening with the suit. It's super subtle purple going through the suit. But anyway, another thing that this reminds me of is there was one scene in the trailer where he's like in this place that just makes me think of the Lion King.
Do I?
I don't know, in sort of like plain field with fucking like northern lights in the sky, in the night sky that are all blue and purple.
Yeah, well, Wakanda's, the fictional Wakanda is located in northeastern Africa, so I don't know why we'd see northern lights there, but who knows?
Huh, yeah, that is interesting. But then that's why it has that Lion King look to them.
Yeah. That's what I like about the look so far of Wakanda is it's, this obviously fictional African country that's really, really high tech, but it still has its, root in its cultural looks, that's kind of mixed in with the modern. I don't know. So it looks pretty badass.
Yeah, I'm excited for all the visuals in the movie too. Yeah, it looks like a lot of cool stuff.
And I guess I'm assuming they'll kind of do like they did with Spider-Man Homecoming, where they'll tie it into the Avengers appearance, since that's already happened. I'm not sure, or I guess this will have to be before that, I guess. And at the end, by the time you probably get to the end of the movie, I'm assuming we'll see him kind of be recruited by the Avengers and head over to America at some point or something.
Or something, or somehow Thanos has got to something's got to start tying in. I mean, we're only a couple months away from Infinity Wars.
Yeah, and I believe we have a stone left, right? We should have a stone left that should maybe in this movie.
Well, there's one in Vision's head. There's one. Yeah, which one are we missing?
I mean, technically there's 6 if they're counting the Soul Stone. So I don't know.
Well, then the other thing you got to do is he doesn't have them all, because we see in the trailer for Infinity Wars, he's only putting in remember, I think it looks like he's pulling one out of Vision's head and sticking it in his gauntlet. So, and he's still missing some.
Yeah, I think that'll give him 3, and they're still with the Collector, and I'm assuming we'll see one in this movie.
Possibly, yeah. They got to start tying it in somehow.
So yeah, we'll get an origin story, and then I guess I'm just assuming I could be completely wrong that by the end of the movie we'll get up to the time when he's fighting with Captain America and all those guys.
At the end of the movie?
Yeah, you know what I mean, to bring it up to to date, current, I guess you could say, with Civil War.
Yeah, right. Okay. I see.
The Avengers connection, but we got to get the origin, which is obviously in the past. So you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. So then this guy is gonna defeat whoever was trying to take over. I'm just trying to get the whole idea of the plot.
Yeah, it looks like he's the heir to the throne of Wakanda, and it looks like Michael B. Jordan's character is his the Golden Jaguar, I believe he's called, will be the one to try to usurp him, I guess, is that's the vibe I'm getting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see. I like that guy, the Jaguar. He's cool.
Then somehow Killmonger fits in all this.
Yeah, wasn't he just like some kind of arms dealer?
Kinda, yeah.
Type character, you know what I mean? Probably helped out the Jaguar dude.
Yeah, I mean, and that too, I'm not going to get all into crazy details, but that does leave the door open for some other cool characters that are in that universe. And, well, we'll just have to see. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. I don't know what direction they're going in anymore, especially now that they've bought out the rest. They have everybody but Spider-Man, right? Sony still got, is that the only one left?
Well, they could change that, though. They still have the agreement. If they renew the agreement with that, it'll still fit in the MCU, too. So
okay, cool.
Actually, Tom Holland, that was going to be mentioned in news really quick, but Tom Holland was seen on the Venom set.
Oh, no shit.
Yep. Ooh. Yep. I mean, no, there's no details if he was filming. There's literally no details other than he was seen on set with Venom. But that doesn't mean. I mean, I'm assuming that means he's probably in the movie, but it could be, still come down to a legal thing. But I think, they had one more movie to finish up that agreement with Sony. So I think they'll re-sign it though. I don't see why they wouldn't.
They'd be fools not to. Disney's going to do a better job with it, but I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm kind of torn in pieces. I just don't see Disney doing an R-rated movie. I don't want to get all into the Venom thing, but Chris and I are both Venom fans, and come on, man, where's Carnage? I'm waiting for him to get on film. I cannot wait for that. And I'll leave it. I'll leave that there.
Yeah, but they got to get Venom established first before you go to Carnage.
Absolutely, and not some bullshit fucking damn Eric from fucking That 70s Show bullshit. So I'm sorry.
Scrawny little Eric.
Yeah. And Eddie Brock. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I like. Don't get me wrong. I like Topher Grace. I do. I like that '70s show, but no.
Very cool to see Michonne kicking ass.
Yeah.
What? Who's that? Who's that?
Michonne is from the Walking Dead.
Yes.
Oh,
Now, what I know of Okoye, she's more of a, like I said, I think she was kind of more like a bodyguard to the king type thing. I think that's kind of like her role.
And I think, I don't know, that's cool. It shows her versatility. She's Michonne. She can play Tupac's mom, Afeni Shakur, and now she's a badass warrior queen in the Black Panther.
I just realized that name is the name from The Walking Dead. I thought it was the name of the actress. So I was like, what the hell?
No, that's the name of the character. It's the name of the character.
Uh,
Yeah, I think she actually is martial arts trained in real life, isn't she?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, I'm sure she's done some training for these movies, for damn sure.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt.
yeah. Well, now that we're on the topic of actors, I will say that I noticed the girl, and this is something that you should know, Tarzan. Actually, I don't know who she's playing, but one of the girls, the one that like shakes the Black Panther's hand at the beginning of the trailer, she is the one from the Black Museum Black Mirror episode.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. And I also saw the guy from Get Out. He's also in this one.
Yes, that's right. Because when I was looking this stuff up for the podcast, he kept coming up, and I was thinking, I don't remember him in the trailer.
Who is it?
Yeah. So did you watch Get Out?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
you gotta see that.
Yeah.
What is it on Netflix?
It could be
No.
now. I don't know, but
I'll hunt it down. I can find it.
He appears in the trailer like super quick, I think, in one scene. Well, alrighty then, we will see how good the movie is once we watch it, and we will review it then again in the podcast. Now, it's time to talk about Netflix, and this is sort of supposed to be like a Netflix episode for the podcast. We want to talk about certain shows. I mean, there's way too many shows to talk about, so we're only going to be talking about a few different ones, but we're also going to be talking about Netflix in general and what we like about it, what we don't like about it, why we watch it, why we don't watch it, what's in store for Netflix in the future.
They're going to be taking over the world.
yeah, I don't watch many Netflix things because it's all old stuff. But now they have all the new, and not just Netflix though. You have Amazon and Netflix and everybody's doing their own original content now. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
But to be honest with you, a lot of their original programming, it's really versatile and it's really freaking good. I'm really liking a lot of the stuff they're putting out. I really am. I've binge watched quite a bit of Netflix here in the last couple months.
Well, I mean, so the thing about Netflix is like they have so much data and they have been able to like mine their data so well and analyze it so well that they have been able to just keep producing hit shows. Like everything that they make is something that will be a hit and will trend, and they're really good at this stuff. So
Most of it.
and then they make it so yeah, I mean, yeah, of course they do have a few here and there that kind of suck, but they're also binge worthy too. And like, well, I mean, it's just the whole Netflix, the whole system is just meant to be binge worthy. But yeah, so like that's, for example, like with the House of Cards. Like I remember like reading an article that explained that they knew based on their data that House of Cards would do well, and that's why they made it. And then they started like, weren't they tweeting about their data, like some little bits of data that they had? They were tweeting that, obviously on Twitter, but it was just really interesting to see, like, when this person watched this movie this many times, and who the hell would watch that movie that many times, or something fun, to post on social media. But it really opened it up for us to see how crazy their data is, and I thought that was, this is really interesting and very powerful, and that's, it makes sense why Netflix is so big, and I'm assuming Amazon would have the same type of powerful data analytics. I mean, like, the thing is, like, it used to be so good before because when Netflix was the only one, I think they were, but it was easy because, like, it's only $8 a month or something like that, and now it's like yeah, they're all $8 a month, but there's so many of them that now it's like actual cable, and you're paying just as much as we used to with cable because we want all of them.
True, true. But I mean, I think that's where, I think they were smart. They were realizing that, obviously, everybody else is going to start getting in on this. Even some of the networks have got, they had stuff on Hulu and Netflix and they took it off because now they're putting it out like the CW and a couple of the other ones they're in MTV. They're putting it on their own stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and like Disney now is about to have 2 freaking streaming channels to compete. So in the end, I think it'll break down to probably 2 or 3 of them that'll actually survive all this. I mean, HBO ain't going to go nowhere. I don't see Netflix going anywhere. I don't know about Hulu, and we'll see, what Disney does with the streaming services they got coming up soon. So, I mean, they just completely busted the doors open with this new purchase they got. So that's going to make a huge difference. But yes, back to Netflix. What are some of the stuff that you're watching what is some of the stuff that you've seen recently that you did like?
So for me, other than Stranger Things, I mean, I haven't watched all the way, but we've talked about Stranger Things a lot on this podcast. So I want to talk about something else. I mean, something that I've liked. I really enjoyed the first season of Riverdale. And I've been enjoying I've enjoyed The Crown. The Crown was really good. Man, I need to watch that second season. And also what was the other thing? I had another one. Or Black Mirror, of course.
Yes, Black Mirror is fun, man. I mean, every episode's so different and so crazy. If you don't like one, I don't know how you can't like one of them. I mean, unless you just totally are not, and unless you're just not into, darker, little more thought out stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there was one I didn't like.
Well, yeah, there's going to be ones you like and don't like. There's some of them I love. They're just like, wow. I mean, from a writing standpoint, they're just so creative. You know what I mean? I mean, they're really enjoyable. They're different.
Yeah.
It's like, taking like Tales from the Crypt or Twilight Zone, something like that, and just putting a whole new spin on them using like basically, modern technology and, the future of it and stuff like that. It's a really interesting show.
Yeah, and you can see that happening in the future. Like it's something that feels realistic, even though it hasn't.
Yes, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it don't look that far off. It really don't. I mean, even how they just ride modern vehicles and a lot of stuff is the same still. It's like the near future, really. I think so. It's very, very possible.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, now that you mention it, in like one of the episodes where they have these little robot things, guarding stuff, the little dog robot.
Yeah, I love the way you say robot.
Okay, yeah, I know. But anyway. So you know what I'm talking about,
Yes.
Like that one. In that episode, the cars are still the same. I would expect the cars to be a little bit more modern than that. And so it's just something that you just mentioned it now, and I realized how like there was some, what would that be called, like anachronism, something, or yeah. But anyway, other than that, that's the one episode that I didn't enjoy all that much. It's like I really didn't like the black and white.
Well, do you remember the episode that had the guy that plays Bronn from Game of Thrones? Do you remember the episode? Did you see that episode with him in it? Remember that car they were driving around in? That is like a modern car.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not like, you know what I mean? That's not anything from the future. And I think I knew what it was, but now I can't remember because I haven't watched that episode in a while.
Wait, wasn't that from the first season though? When he was like with the other kid who's getting, they're all getting
that's not the first
threatened.
season though. The first season's got like the pig fucker and shit in it. I think the
Yeah.
second, maybe.
But 'cause I don't remember seeing Bronn in the second season.
I know it's not the first. I know that I do know. I know it wasn't from the first season. But yeah, you're talking from the kid
Wait.
that used to got caught looking at younger people on porn, and they broke into his camera, and that's basically what that whole organization did. Or if it was one person or whatever, they were just breaking into the people's private shit.
Yeah. And you know what? Like that kid is the same kid from the end of the fucking world.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed. Yeah. So once you get into the Netflix acting, like you can just, you can do so many Netflix shows, I guess. But yeah, he's good. Like we could, I don't know if you want to start talking about the end of the fucking world already, or if you want to say more about Black Mirror. But
No, that's fine. No, let everybody watch it and enjoy it, because I mean, it's one of those shows you really don't want to spoil. That's why we're kind of not trying to hit it too much, because the storylines have so many twists and shit in it.
mhm.
And I think talking about any of it too much would definitely kind of ruin it. I don't want to do that, because I loved just watching it raw myself. So I mean, if you're into the darker, obviously a lot of our fan base watches Game of Thrones, so they already know what dark shit is. So they should definitely enjoy it. It's a good show.
Yes.
If you don't like number one, you probably like number 2 or 3. I promise you, there's one in there you'll like a lot. One that I think both of us will highly recommend is the last episode of season 4, and that is called the Black Museum, and that's my favorite one of all of them. I just thought that was fun.
So the end of the fucking world. I mean, so this is a very new show on Netflix, and it's very short. The episodes are about 22 minutes long, kind of like an anime length type of thing. If you guys watch anime, you would know what I'm talking about. And it's only, how many episodes? Is it like 8 episodes? Because it's 2 hours and like 40 minutes.
Is it 10 maybe? Netflix is famous for doing 8, 10, and 13. Those seem to be their magic numbers.
Yeah, I think it was 8. Yeah, and so it's really quick.
I would say probably the main character is the young male teenager in this, and he is basically, he's emotionally fucked up by his past. That's the best way I could put it, without giving any spoilers away. There's events that happened that you'll find out when he was younger that just fucked his head up, and he got into some pretty weird shit, like I guess he tried to say taxidermy, but basically he was started. Well, no, the first thing he did is stuck his fucking hand in the damn fryer. That was the first thing he did.
Yeah.
And then he started killing like local, I don't know, just killing animals in general, right? Cats, fucking raccoons, whatever.
Yeah. They show, you know what? They show fucking butterflies, and I'm like, butterflies don't count.
Right? Those are big ass butterfly. They was bigger than a fucking squirrel, I think. But yeah, I mean, he's into some pretty twisted shit, and he thinks what he wants to do is kill somebody. He's got it in his head that he wants to commit murder.
Yeah, that's like the next step, because he's already killed a bunch of animals. So he was like, okay, the next step is like, I want to know what it feels like to kill a human.
But there's a major twist in this, and that major twist is this show is set in England. All the actors are English, obviously. They drive on the wrong side of the car, shit like that. But the thing here is he kind of meets his match, and he meets this girl. What was her name? Do you remember her name?
Alyssa.
Yes, Alyssa, something like that. And she is a fucking handful, okay? And she is a fucking handful. She's got issues of her own. She's got, home issues. I don't want to say daddy issues. And I'll let you guys figure that out on your own, what that's all about. But she is just obviously just looking for some kind of emotion and love in her life. You could tell that. But she's dark. She does not have. I think she could pass for my daughter. Her mouth is horrendous. I mean, remember, like he told us, remember that waitress? You fucking cunt.
Oh my. Oh, that's the best. And like you'll know right away that this girl
she's right
is
out the gate, just straight up. I mean, so.
Yeah. It, like, if anyone has ever annoyed you, you have no idea how annoying this girl can be. Like this, and the guy, the kid talks about it. He's like, she can annoy people very easily, and it's true. It's just
yeah. She talks about it herself too. Remember, she's like, maybe she had that little flashback there about how she just fucking fucks up everything. She's just too brutally honest.
Yeah,
too brutally honest.
Yeah, but also very mature as well. Like,
yeah, I give her that.
Yeah, she acts like a little kid a lot, and yeah, it all comes into play. Like the interactions just between, the dynamics between the two. It's just they're so different from the norm. Like, like I don't want to say that they're not normal, but it's sort of that way. Like they're just very different people that don't fit into society, and and just it's really cool to see how they interact with each other. And they're both special in their own way, and they figure that out together, and they learn a lot from each other. And it's really cool to see the whole process of that.
And they're very different because she is very outgoing, very outspoken, and he's like fucking like something from the Addams Family. His demeanor, he's just like,
Yeah, he's like
just-
dead.
and he looks like a fucking Beatles reject. The haircut he has, you know.
Yeah.
So, it's a good show. It is. I personally enjoyed it. I did. I thought it was different than a lot of the stuff that's out there right now, and I like the British setting definitely, and I want to see where they're going to go with it. And I really don't want to talk about anything, but there's major events that happen in here that are really twisted, and the ending is just definitely leaves you like, what the fuck.
Yeah, okay. So I want to talk about this ending thing because, like, I forgot that there was a possibility for there to be a second season, and that changes things because the ending was like, what? Like, just what just happened? Is this ending sucks? I really didn't like the ending because it left me just like,
Yeah.
They don't tie anything up. Like, it's still open.
And I have like, I got some crazy guesses, but I just don't want anything would be a spoiler. You know what I mean? I just don't want to really, because when you get to the end of that, you're just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Another thing to say about the show that I noticed is like, it's not just them, but like every character has something fucked up in their head. Like every character is weird and every character has a problem. And it's just, and you'll notice that it's just, no one is your typical human, right? Like, and you get to see a lot of what's inside people's minds.
Yeah. And remember the one cop, the white cop?
Yeah.
She's from something else too. Now I can't picture her face to remember what she was
Oh my
from.
God, Game of Thrones.
Is she?
Yeah, she's Yara.
The female cop?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! See, damn, 40. See, once you have 45, you go see now and shit.
Oh my God. Yeah, she's Yara Greyjoy. She's in the show.
Well, damn. I'm not saying that.
The only thing, like, it took me a while to recognize her because she looks kind of chubby, and then I realized that
yeah, she does. She looks thick.
Yeah, then I thought that maybe it's what she's wearing because what she was wearing makes her look bigger than normal too. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, she gained a bit of weight, I think. But
she got a big ass in Game of Thrones too. Don't let them damn pants. Trust me, I remember when she went up there on Danny's throne. I was like, damn, she got a booty. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, that was nice. She said, "I won't demanding. I don't demand, but I'm down for anything."
Oh, she has the same tendencies in this show too. By the way, I'll just put that out there. Yeah, there's stuff going on there too.
It's interesting. I'm telling you, give it a shot. It's worth watching. And then, like I said, like Val was saying, it's short. You can be done and through it probably in a day. You got one of those sunny, rainy days. Just shoot through it. 2.5
hours, man. It's like watching a long movie. It's all good.
Some of the other stuff that I mean, Netflix has got some good stuff, even from their anime to their kids stuff. I mean, they're doing. They're going to be around for a while. They're definitely come a long way from when I remember when we first had. I think I've canceled it once and then I got it back. But you got like Stranger Things, and there's a lot of the other great shows that they're coming out with. The Mist was pretty good, which is based off of Stephen King novels. What else are we missing, Val? There's a lot of good shows.
Well, I've been watching all the drug lord stuff, like El Chapo, and what's the other guy? The Colombian one?
I can't remember his name.
Pablo Escobar. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Escobar. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Pablo Escobar is the other one, and El Chapo is the one that I'm watching now. Still trying to get through it, but really entertaining stuff. But I mean, if you're into the drug lord story thing, there's a lot of that stuff on Netflix. A lot.
Let me think. I can think of a couple shows that did not hit the mark. That's for sure. And one of the shows that me and Val both agree on is the OA. It starts off like a good show. It does. It has a pretty strong beginning. I'm like, okay. And it takes a five. I literally think they had like fucking Robert Rodriguez and all these great writers start it, and then Roseanne Barr finished the second half. You know what I mean? It's just god awful. They go into this weird fucking dance thing, and I don't know what they were thinking, but they lost me. I was just like, what the fuck?
I was surprised that the actors were willing to go and do that. Like, it was
just a dance. You would catch me dead doing whatever the hell they were doing.
It was so awkward to watch. I don't know. It was like, why are you doing this? Stop. Just stop.
I don't think there's any drug on the planet that would make me move like that. I don't know what the hell they were thinking of.
You would never get out of there, Tarzan.
Huh?
You would never get out of there.
No, I wouldn't. Fuck it. No, if I gotta do that dumb shit, there ain't no way.
Shit.
I don't know what the hell they were doing. But it did. It started off with a good story, and then it just went south as hell. I mean, it just went. Oh my god! No. I hope they don't do a second one of those, and I'll be dumb enough to just check it out to see if they could redeem themselves. But as soon as they start doing whatever the hell that thing is they call, I'm done.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think so. And speaking of redeeming themselves, if you want to talk about Riverdale, goddamn, it had so much potential. The first season was so good.
Yeah.
And then the second one.
Yeah, another one. But see, that's the CW for you. They get it figured out in the beginning, and then what do? They shit on themselves. They do it all the damn time. You know, they get something good, and then all of a sudden they fuck it all up, and you know, they start. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not a liberal fan, and I'm not into all that. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing, but don't push it on me. With you know what I mean? And that's just what the CW does so much. They just got to add, you know, so much bullshit. You know what I mean? Especially when you have like these superhero shows and stuff like that. You know, it wasn't in the comics then. People like the comic book stuff for that good comic book content. You know what I mean? And not start adding modern politics and bullshit to it. Like Supergirl's a prime example. They fucked that to hell. I mean, it's garbage.
Like, I know Chris agrees with you there.
100%. I go to movies and watch shows to get away from that bullshit because it's all the news is garbage. And now, of course, they're inserting it into the pop culture. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the shows they don't last long because of it. Sorry, they just don't.
Well, now there's talks that the CW is getting their hands on whatchamacallit. Did you know that? On Teen Titans Live.
Oh, fuck that too. Anything on the CW is just not gonna make it. I mean, you know, Supergirl. You talked about Supergirl. It already had changed networks because they tried the whole. You know, girl power is fine, but they refused to put Superman on it for the first season, and then all of a sudden you saw the second season. He was in the first 2 episodes.
You got a little bit, yeah. You got a little bit, but I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, are they going to make Beast Boy and Cyborg lovers now? I mean, that's just what the stupid shit the CW is doing. You know what I mean? It's not necessary. It's really not. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. I mean, come on, man. It's a superhero show. I want to see people blow shit up with their fucking eyelids and fucking, you know what I mean?
Eyelids.
You know, I know. You know, that's just it. I want to see somebody scream somebody to bone or something. You know, that's what I want to see. I want to see superhero stuff. You know, that's what I want to see. And I think one thing I definitely have a problem with is the villains on the CW are candy ass as hell. They really are. Most of them are candy ass as hell, and I can't handle that because the villains in the comics, it takes a whole team to take out one damn villain, okay? And they're just candy ass as shit on here. So that's my gripe about that. So we can go back to Netflix. I'm sorry. Don't get me on I hate the CW because the CW will fuck up a wet dream, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm better now. Let me get some more beer. And again, Chris, damn it, fucking watch The Punisher. Trust me, I think all the ones that they've done so far up until this point were pure shit, okay? I am not happy with them. I don't care if it was Dolph Lundgren or whoever the fuck they try to get to play him. It was garbage. This version of The Punisher is the best Marvel thing that Netflix has done yet, and this is the best version of The Punisher that I've seen yet. And it's got Shane from The Walking Dead, and it is brutal. It's got good storyline, and the further you get into it, the more brutal it gets. I'll tell you, I mean, it's not really a spoiler because it's obvious if you know The Punisher. There's a part in here where he takes a ass whooping that I don't know that if I could even take that ass whooping. He takes an ass whooping from hell. It is brutal. It's torture. It is horrible, but it all fits into the story. So that's one of the shows I would definitely. It's one of my favorites that have come out on Netflix so far. Here, I mean, of course, Stranger Things, and I do like Black Mirror, but I mean, pound for pound, I would say my 2 favorite are probably Stranger Things and The Punisher. They did it. I love this Punisher. They did a fucking fantastic job.
You were saying that Netflix is not going to go anywhere anytime soon.
Okay.
This is a good segue. into our news segment. Play music. Whatever. So apparently, Disney is coming out with a new streaming service similar to Netflix.
Aha, yes. Supposedly two.
But Netflix, what?
Two of them, right?
Two of them? I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Netflix is not worried about it. So what's actually happening is that Disney movies are leaving Netflix.
And they just got them too. Did you know that? They haven't had them long at all.
Oh, really? Okay, so yeah, so that's what's happening. So then, yeah, but the CEO isn't worried about it. He said it's great content, but we're able to grow without it just fine. So what do you guys think? Do you think Disney could compete against Netflix?
Disney could destroy Netflix anytime they wanted to.
Yeah, but I don't think they will because, I mean, one of the things here that Netflix, I get it. They're going to have programming on Netflix that you're probably not going to see on Disney. Now, the thing that scares me is Disney's talking about doing two, which means one could be a little more adult. Other than that, you're going to be seeing what do you call it? Wizards of Waverly Place and all that shit's going to be on one, kind of like what you see with the Disney Network now. You're going to see all your Disney movies, all that shit's going to be available. But with them now buying out Fox, that gives them a whole new arsenal of shit. Okay. And that's where I think they finally said, okay, now we can get in on this game with everybody else. I think it's definitely going to hurt some of the other ones. You know what I mean? Like fucking maybe Amazon or I think Hulu's, I don't see them being around in 5 years from now, personally. I could be way wrong on that, but I just don't see it. Especially now that you got Disney getting the only thing that Hulu's got going good for them, they do have a lot of the TV shows, and you could watch them, either the same, a day or two after they come out, or maybe a week at the latest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where with Netflix, you got to wait until the next season comes out. With Hulu, you could watch. It comes out every week. A lot of their shit. Now with Netflix, it is a binge watcher's paradise. You get a full. Yeah. It's like, okay, season 3 of The Flash. Here you go. Here's the whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? That's just how they do it. Here's the whole thing. We're going to put out our original programming. Here comes Stranger Things. You could watch the whole damn season in a night if you want to. You know what I mean? That's kind of how Netflix is set up and different. Everybody's got their own little thing. So I don't know we'll see what Disney brings to the table. I don't know. But I think they'll definitely be a contender. They're going to be a contender. That's for sure. But shutting down Netflix, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no. One thing that we do know that Disney is planning on doing is an original Marvel and Star Wars live action TV series.
Yeah, they've been planning this, Lucasfilm, I should say, has been planning a live action Star Wars thing for years, and they could never get the budget below $1 million an episode, so it never happened. But now they got, like I was just saying a minute ago, that's what I was saying, they could do what they want. They got all the money in the world. So finally it looks like they're going to do it, but what is it going to be,
Mm-hmm.
Going back, George Lucas dropped the ball because right after the prequels had come out, HBO wanted to get their hands on Vader and do a Vader series on HBO, which could have been really fucking good. Okay, it was obviously going to be dark because it's HBO. Okay, and Lucas was like, no. Until Disney's willing to break that, come out with Disney Dark or something, you know what I mean?
Disney Dark.
They're going to have to break that mold. And they're buying Fox and all this, all this other shit. And, some of this other content, it's a little more darker, you know what I mean? So Disney's going to have to break away from, not being scared to break out of that kid-friendly mold. But then again, they've had like fucking dicks and clouds in their damn cartoons. So, I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah, that's
you get
true.
what I'm saying? Or sex and shit, and written in something.
Yeah, it's like, be straight up about it, Disney. Like, come on, we're grown-ups now.
Yeah, just
do it.
They're buying all these other networks, so maybe that's what they're going to do, Val. Honestly, maybe they'll have like, Disney streaming, and then maybe they'll have their streaming. I don't know what they'll call it. They'll have like the Fox content, and maybe some of the more adult or darker stuff on it. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, I know that we haven't been talking a lot about Game of Thrones because there's no fucking Game of Thrones news. But there is one little interesting, exciting thing for people who love Game of Thrones and Star Wars. Apparently, Peter Dinklage wants a role in Star Wars. Okay? What is this about?
What?
What?
Who don't? Everybody. Well, hell, everybody else has moved over to Star Wars. Marvel. Yeah, you got Sansa's now Phoenix and Marvel, and you've had Gwendolyn Christie in Star Wars. Completely wasted her character. And let's see, you had Yoren and Rogue One. So yeah, you get a lot of those actors are blowing up and getting all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Now, who do you guys think he would play if it happens?
Chewbacca's son. I'm just kidding. I have
He
no
could
idea.
play. It could play an Ewok, his droid. Like
Ewoks
Kenny
ain't coming
Baker.
back.
Or-
I mean, Ewoks aren't coming back, I don't think.
No.
Well, that's the one thing about Star Wars. He could be a creature we've never seen before. He could be inhuman. I mean, the world is open there. You know what I mean? He could be any freaking thing. There have been plenty of dwarfs in Star Wars. There's been a dwarf inside R2-D2. There's been dwarfs in Ewoks. There was that other creature. I can't remember. He had like a red suit. He was in the first Star Wars movie. I think with him, though, they'd probably give him a bigger role. I don't think they're going to put a lot of makeup and shit. You know what I mean? I don't think they're going to warp his appearance too much. They might give him a set of fucking horns or something. You know what I mean? But I don't see them.
Oh,
that'd
be interesting.
Yeah, I don't see them fully get going like in an Ewok costume or hide him inside of a droid. I don't see that. because
he's too big now for that. He don't have to be just because he's a dwarf, some kind of alien. He can be a regular character.
Yeah, true.
I don't know what direction they're going, but yeah, I mean, he could play anybody.
It's going to kind of depend on what he wants to do too, though, because look at what's his face, the dude that played Bond. You never see his fucking face one time. You know what I mean? I think he just wanted to. He's like, I want to be I'll just be a fucking stormtrooper. You know what I mean? I think that's what they get out of someone. Well, obviously he's not going to be a stormtrooper. He's going to be pretty fucking recognizable.
Yeah. Dude, this. Whatever, man.
I would see him if he's going to be in there. He's going to be kind of like, I don't know. Like I said, I could see them maybe putting a little makeup on him or maybe like some horns. But you're going to know it's Peter Dinklage. I'll pretty much guarantee you that.
Because you were saying a creature that we haven't seen before, but would you consider a giant porg a creature that we haven't seen before?
Oh, giant porg! I don't think he's going to be. I don't see him being a giant porg. Val, what the fuck are you smoking tonight? A giant porg.
Somehow, that was the first thing that came to mind.
Dear Peter Dinklage, Val wants you to be a fucking giant porg. You'll get your first hate comment from an actual Game of Thrones fucking actor.
Another little news tidbit here, going back to the Marvel Universe. It looks like there's finally going to be a Black Widow movie in 2020. So Scarlett Johansson, we get to see her backstory. We hear little references in all the movies she's been in, Avengers, about her backstory, former Soviet spy, turned SHIELD agent, but now we're going to actually get one. We have a screenwriter, I think it's Zach Schaefer, and he's the one writing the script for Black Widow that apparently will be out in 2020. So no release dates yet or anything like that, but it is now in the works.
I feel like this is going to be another movie like Wonder Woman where like all the men will be like, all over that shit.
Oh, no doubt. This should go into the dark character that she was, the dark past.
And exactly, yeah. She was kind of had like the succumbus vibe to her.
Yeah, she was after all an assassin.
Yeah, but she used her sexuality to pull off a lot. Exactly. And yeah, I mean, I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know if that's what I'm going to see at the theater. Honestly, there's just too many other characters I'd rather see solo filmed on. But
no, I think it'd be
honesty.
cool. I think it'd be cool to get her to backstory. It's it's just a badass assassin movie. They're good anyway, and then how she hooks up with SHIELD and joins a team of superheroes when she's one of the few that just has no superpowers. She's just a badass. Also, really quick, just one more quick little story. Wonder Woman, which most people thought was the best movie of 2017, got snubbed by the Oscars completely.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, shit! How did that even happen with the whole?
Yeah, no nominations at all.
With the whole politics thing going on in pop culture right now.
That's what I couldn't believe about it. With everything being "I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar," it didn't even get a single nomination.
Oh shit! All the women are going to ban the Oscars now. That's what's next. You're just going to have a bunch of old white fuckers. That's all that's going to be left.
That's who they're trying to get out. But
wait, was it at the Oscars where the Oprah gave that speech and shit?
No, that was the SAG Awards, or one. It was the other ones. I can't remember which one.
Oh, okay.
So who did get the nominees? I'm curious because I haven't looked at it yet. Maybe that's something we need to fucking do in the near future. And I'd definitely do some bitching there. I guarantee you, because there's some movies I think that are great, and then the ones that always win, I'm like, That movie, I fucking fell asleep twice trying to watch the son of a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, oh, so good.
Okay, guys, so we have arrived to my favorite part of the podcast, as usual, the question of the week. And as you know, this will be in the YouTube comments, and you can leave a hashtag Q for us to find the answer to the question. And the question this week will be, if you could know the absolute and total truth to one question, what question would you ask?
Man, there's a lot of shit I want to ask. Damn.
Yeah, so we will probably be answering that question too next week, I'm thinking.
Maybe.
Yeah, so the guy Jigsaw is in Dead by Daylight, right?
Yes,
right.
we're going to stop recording and go play Dead by Daylight. The new Jigsaw Saw patch is out today. And I got to learn this new killer, the pig.
Oh, that's what it's going to be?
Yeah,
I was hoping it's that little motherfucker running around on a tricycle. That would be the shit.
No, he's there. No, you got Jigsaw boxes out there with the little puppet that laughs at you when you get the wrong.
Oh,
wrong
no, that would
one.
have been way better than this motherfucker hauling ass on a tricycle trying to kill fuckers. That would be fucking great. I could just see Val screaming her brains out of that motherfucker. Just
the killer is actually Amanda in the pig mask and the robe.
Okay.
But you got reverse bear traps she puts on your head and shit. You gotta get them
wow.
off. You can't leave the place without getting them off, or your head explodes at the door.
Oh, God.
That's cool. I mean, yeah, that sounds cool. I still like the idea of that little fucker just hauling ass on a tricycle, and I can just see Val screaming like fuck.
Yeah, there's when you get a trap put on your head, they can still hook you and all that stuff, but you have to go to one of those Jigsaw boxes puzzle things, and I guess you're hitting skill checks or something. But if you get the wrong, you gotta get the right key to take the thing off, and you have 2.5 minutes. So is the standard time. I'm sure there's add-ons that change that, but you get 2.5 minutes to get it off once, because once they put it on, if somebody starts a generator, it starts your timer.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's get it going.
Let's go.
Bye, fuckers. We'll see you next week.
I wish you good fortune in the wars to come.
You underestimate the power of the dark side.